Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another American Horror Story Freak Show. This will be episode 12. As always, I'm going to give a brief recap. So there was a new character called Chester. He has like a puppet doll thing, but we all thought it was one of his gags. But it turns out that it has like a secret side to it. It's like a dark, murderous doll puppet thing that Chester seems to be controlled by. And later on in the episode, we found that this doll actually killed 2 women that Chester was watching. They were like making out in the bed, and Chester and the doll were watching. And the 2 women were like, "Oh, for God's sake, put that doll down. You're not a baby anymore," or something. And then later on, we saw the doll's true form, killing the 2 women. But I've got a theory that it's all inside Chester's head. I think he's like dealing with the whole army shit, and he has a metal disc inside there as well. So he could have actually done the murders to the 2 women, but like the memory, I don't know, he's put a memory in place saying it was, what was her name? I forgot, I don't know what her name is, the doll. He's used the memory of the doll killing them to like almost as a coping mechanism because he actually done the crimes. So yeah. And then Dandy, I think, took the doll and put it in the big tent, and then Chester went inside the big tent, and the doll then said to him, "You're going to saw the twins in half," which I didn't really get because the twins actually did include Chester and the doll when they had sex. So hopefully that's explained. Del also confessed to Desiree that he killed Ma Petite by smothering her, and that's when he got a bullet in the back of the head from Elsa. Also, Jimmy's in hospital as well. Both of his hands are gone. Spencer? Is that his name? I keep forgetting his name, man. It's such a common name as well. Both his first name and second name are so common. Spaulding. I'm just gonna call him Spaulding, man. Spencer is popping into my head, but I don't actually know if that's right. Anyway, Spaulding has put Jimmy's hands in the museum, as we saw from when Maggie took Desiree there. So hopefully by now everyone knows about the museum, and everyone knows that Spaulding isn't actually the man who he says he is. So yeah, that's my recap done. If you want a more in-depth one, you can watch my review to the end of episode 11. Okay, this is it, episode 12. This one is called Showstoppers.
The time has come for us to bid farewell, but not before we toast the new owner of the show, Chester. I hope you will cherish these magnificent monsters as much as I have over these many years. Cheers.
Well, the eyes in the doll are even moving. I don't even know if Chester's controlling that.
And now, if you don't mind, it's time for the original family, our troupe of monsters and curiosities, to spend these last few moments alone together.
Oh, yes.
Bye. Bye. In a bit, Chester. Spaulding's there, though.
We have another man to thank. My manager.
They know, innit?
Mr. Richard Spencer.
Richard Spencer, there we go. They know. Desiree knows, obviously. Elsa knows.
Shut up and sit down. You deserve this.
What's gotten into you?
They're about to fuck him up. Here we go. This is his comeuppance, baby. Oh shit.
What happened to those security guards?
Well, it's past closing. I've sent them home.
That's good to know.
I don't even know who this is.
I already told them everything. Stanley.
Yeah, well then. Wait, he was using a fake name the whole time. I didn't even clock. Stanley. Richard Spencer. Stanley. Oh, shit.
Spin him.
Oh, shit.
No, just... Elsa, come on. You and me. Let's have a private conversation. We can come to some kind of understanding.
Oh, fuck.
See if you can run.
She's not who you think she is.
Stop talking.
She killed Ethel.
And start running. Run! Run!
Whoa! Who are they? Who are those three? Oh my god, he's about to get sliced. Nice. Best intro. Best intro for a while. That's 7 minutes long. One of the best intros.
My hands are in a goddamn jar, and that's all because of you.
I am so sorry. I'm gonna make it right with you and with them. I promise.
It was you. I get the hell out of Dodge before I get those new hands.
I'm gonna make things
Oh
right.
shit.
With them and with you.
Jimmy's got balls, man. He stayed in a shack on his own overnight in the middle of nowhere with no hands to defend himself. He's got some kind of balls. The old friend. The Axeman? Looks like the Axeman. Oh shit. Oh my god.
You killed Alice and Lucy.
That's impossible. I'm a doll. You don't need them. You have me.
I know.
You're gonna saw those twins in half. So he did do it then, and he is a murderer.
Please don't ever leave me, Marjorie.
There's twins? They have to go.
I know. They will.
I'm hoping it explains the doll more, as it's his own thoughts he's battling with. I feel like his bad thoughts are Marjorie. That's what I feel like is going on.
I know Ethel. She wasn't the one to off herself. She wasn't a coward.
Yep.
She wouldn't have done that to her kid, and she wouldn't have done it to us.
Yep.
She would have bloody well left a note.
She did.
We know what we do when people come after one of our own. There's only one way to secure our future. Make sure Elsa doesn't have one.
He's very lucky that everyone's agreed. Can you imagine if they were like, no, what are you on about? I'm going to go tell Elsa now. Very lucky.
What is wrong with you? You are a troublemaker, and we don't trust you not one single bit.
Well, ta-ta then. I've done what I can. Mother always told me, never argue with a woman when she's angry.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Well, Mother always said, don't argue with a woman who's angry. He said that in such a funny way, and it is true as well.
The men who took my beloved's legs, they weren't your average psychopaths. They were members of the party, and they had a leader, a doctor by trade.
Nur das andere, aber diesmal nicht so schnell.
For 2 years, Massimo took care of me.
I hunted them down, one by one.
Oh.
Finally, I found the leader, the monster in chief, Dr. Hans Grupper.
Yeah, go on.
I would make sure that he would not die quickly.
He escaped. Oh.
So he tortured me, and he put me in a cell, and he tortured me again and again. My body survived the torture, but I'm like Pinocchio. I have no humanity left in me anymore. I have no soul. I cannot love.
Oh, bless him, man. Fuck. He went through some shit, man. Dr. Arden really is a piece of shit. Damn. If Dr. Arden didn't have that gun, what a pussy using a gun. Pussy. It's the only way he won that fight was using a gun.
We are not getting into that box.
They must have read what Dandy delivered.
No, Chester. We are not getting into that box.
I know how the trick works. I can be your assistant. I want to be part of the show. All I gotta do is smile and show a little leg, right?
Right.
Right.
Get in the box, Lucy.
Lucy?
My name's Maggie.
Someone should probably stop this.
Just stop! I can't pull my feet through.
Stop talking. You're distracting me.
You're nothing without me.
I'll show you. Every one of you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's got to be a vision, man. Oh, it was real. Oh my days, it was real. I honestly thought her and Jimmy were gonna be together.
Watch me. I took the death of you.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, time to find out.
I love you.
Time to find out if she was real, man.
Maggie's dead. You want the details? Elsa's next. Tonight.
Oh my god, man. What the fuck? I still can't believe Maggie's dead. I think I'm a little bit pissed off that Maggie's dead, actually. Not gonna lie. We saw Elsa on the front cover of a magazine, though, at the asylum. So we know Elsa ain't next.
They're gonna kill you.
Why should I believe you? Huh? My monsters love me. I'm like their mother.
Ethel was more mother to them than you ever were. You murdered their true mother.
No.
Everybody knows that now.
Rantings of a desperate man.
Who's desperate now? And you saw what they did to him.
Yeah, Spaulding. What did happen to Spaulding? Oh shit, he was literally he crawled under the caravan.
You would save me.
Because you saved us.
Now we're even.
Yeah. 6 minutes, 6 minutes. What's going to happen in 6 minutes? To prepare us for the finale.
Thank you for coming.
I never refuse a lady in distress.
Oh, is he buying the freak show? I thought she sold it to Chester. How much?
I did it. Send me to the chair.
Okay.
Elsa sold us again for $10,000 in cash.
10 grand? Chester gave her 1 grand. 10 grand is like, oh shit. Elsa can do a lot with that. She can probably buy her way to fucking fame for 10 grand. Fuck is that? Quiet clucking groaning. What the fuck? It looks like meat. Oh my god. That was crazy. Oh shit. The freaks are nuts.
They're perfect. I want to try them on now.
I like this guy, man. I really like this guy. I even liked him as the Axeman. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice, man. I really like that ending, man. I didn't know Jimmy would want, like, his hands, like that, his fake hands. He just wants his old self back, I guess. He doesn't want to be a new... Doesn't want to be a new person, man. That was well nice. Even the doctor there was nice. I like him. I really like him. He saved Elsa, like, during the war and shit. Gave her new legs. And then he went after Elsa, the people who'd done that to Elsa. Unfortunately, he got, you know, done in by fucking Dr. Arden, man. Hans Gruber. Now we know. That's 2 crossovers I know of. Both Asylum, too. There's no Murder House crossover or Coven yet. I think, that I know of. But it was a nice little throwback to hear the name Hans Gruber again. It's a bit of a weird memory, because, you know, I knew something was going to happen, basically, because I know how Dr. Arden died. He fucking killed himself in the furnace with Sister Mary's body. So I knew something was going to happen, man. I didn't know he got tortured for, like, so long, until the person who was in charge of Hans Gruber wanted a fucking bookshelf. So he had to stay in Austria and then move to America in 47, man. That's what a story that is. And he's only like a minor character, yet the creators of the show have made him, it's like a really nice backstory and shit. Like, he's been through a lot. I would not have, just by looking at him, I would not have known that he'd been tortured for years by a fucking former SS guard, or an SS guard at the time. Man, Ethel was sold the freak show to Dandy, $10,000. That must be a lot of money back then. If she sold the freak show to Chester for $1,000, then 10 grand must be a lot. I said it during the episode then. 10 grand must buy Elsa her fame. Must do. She must buy herself a record deal or something. But what the fuck is Dandy gonna do? Dandy came into the tent and said, he said to the twins, Chester's not the person who he makes out to be. He was right, to be fair. Something else I want to bring up. I'm a little bit pissed off that Maggie's dead. Not gonna lie. Killed off by a character that was introduced 2 episodes ago. Or even last episode, you can say. Introduced last episode. Like, Maggie was quite a big character too. Killed off by a character that was introduced last episode. I don't really like that. And I really wanted Jimmy and Maggie to be together. I kind of like Maggie as well, because I never thought, obviously, like, this show is set, I don't even know, 60, 70 something, 80 something, I don't know. But she didn't care about Jimmy's, I don't know what the word is, like, she didn't care that his hands were like that. She didn't care, like, she could see past that. And that's what I kind of liked about Maggie. I didn't mention it before, because I thought she was, I thought there'd have been a twist where the whole time she was actually trying to get people for the museum, but she actually was sincere in her feelings for Jimmy. Like, she did not care about the size of his hands, how his hands looked. Like, she saw past it, and she loved him for who he was. And that's something that you didn't get back in those days, because the whole town of Jupiter were against the freak show. Like, they hated the sight of them. Like, when they went to the restaurant or the bar, they tried to order food and they were just getting looked at. The manager was like, I've got I have a right to refuse service. Like, the freaks were looked down upon. And for Maggie to look past one of the freaks is, I think, abnormalities. Is that the word? Abnormality. For her to look past one of them, I liked her for it. And I can't believe she's dead. That pissed me off. I really wanted her to survive. And Chester was the boss, yeah, of the freak show at the time of doing the saw thing to Maggie. But surely one of them must have knew something was up. You heard Paul at some point as he was sawing, like, something should have been done before that. Maggie was even saying, hey, I don't even know this part. Like, something should have clicked for Paul or Eve, Desiree, one of them, to step in and go, whoa, Chester, what the fuck are you doing? And then they could see, surely they could hear Chester was like, oh, shut up, even though Maggie wasn't saying anything. Surely they must have known something was wrong. And then he even started talking to Marjorie. He even said Marjorie's name as he was looking at Maggie. Paul or someone must have picked up on that, surely, and they could have stopped it. He even handcuffed her legs together, and Maggie was like, hey, I can't move my legs. Come on, man. Someone must have intervened at that point. There's no way, as he was finishing sawing her in half and she was practically dead, did they all run on stage and go, oh no, what have you done, Chester? Nah, man, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. That's also why I'm a little bit pissed off. I'm pissed off that Maggie got killed, and I'm pissed off that the way she got killed wasn't recognised sooner. Obviously the twins weren't there. They fucked off because they said they didn't want to get inside the box, which is fair enough, because they were going to die. Maggie said she knows how the trick works. She'll get inside the box. I know everyone was kind of backstage in that, yeah, but there was someone working the lights. Someone would have been working something else, or someone was preparing for themselves to come on, maybe. And it was only a rehearsal, man. You can interrupt a rehearsal if you think someone's in danger. If Maggie was literally screaming, I don't know how this works, and she was shaking her feet. Now, everyone in that freak show should know how that magic trick works with the fake feet. They should have seen Maggie's feet shaking, saying, I don't know how this works, and they should have intervened. But then Desiree at the end said, bury the bitch. So maybe they wanted her to die, maybe, because she did play a part in some of the freaks dying and being given to the museum. Maybe that's why they didn't intervene. But I'm pissed off that they didn't intervene sooner. And I'm pissed off that Maggie's dead, because I really liked her character. Majorly pissed off, man. Dandy's taken over the freak show. Spalding has been turned into Meep. Oh my god. It's the only way I knew that was from the fucking thing on its head. And the purple, kind of like lavender waistcoat almost. He's had his hands chopped off, like here. Bit like Jimmy. Man, they fucked him up. They really fucked Spalding up. Big time. I wonder if they chopped his knob off as well. That'd been funny. That'd have been really funny if they chopped his knob off. But he got his comeuppance, so, and he done a load of bad shit, Spalding, so I couldn't care less. I just think it's funny. I don't actually know what's going to happen. One episode left. Dandy's bought the freak show. Jimmy's obviously going to come back to the freak show now that it's all died down. But that means, but Dandy's there, so that must mean, is Dandy going to send Jimmy back to prison? Or is Dandy going to be like, oh, I'm in charge of you now, so you're going to have to do what I say? Maybe he'll let Jimmy live there still, but he's just going to boss Jimmy around. Treat him like a pet, maybe. I reckon he's going to treat all the freak show like shit. I don't think he'll care. I don't even think they'll do live shows, because Dandy has all the money in the world. He gave police $1 million and he bought the freak show for 10 grand. Like, that's nothing. That's pennies compared to $1 million. So I don't think Dandy's going to even open the show up to the public. I reckon he's just going to toy with them. Like, it'll be his own freak show. Like, the puppet that he made out of his mum and the Avon lady's head to make the twins. Maybe he's going to do some shit like that. Obviously, like, not cut heads off or anything and attach them to bodies. But he's going to boss them around and make them do funny shit for his personal gain. He's going to see it as his own freak show. Like, he's not going to see the freaks as humans or people that have a conscience. He's just going to see it as Dandy's freak show or Dandy's toys to play with. That's all he's going to see it as. So the finale should be interesting. I liked it. I did like it. I saw Dandy get in the car. I thought, oh no. But then I thought, it's going to be a good ending. It's going to be a really good ending. And plus Dandy, he saw Spaulding as fucking Meep. So he kind of knows what the freaks can do to people that are against him. He knows that now. But he looked at Spaulding a little bit and was like quite fascinated about what the freaks done. So maybe he's like kind of engrossed in them now. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I might even leave it there. I feel like I've said quite a lot, but in a short amount of time. There wasn't that many breaks, I feel. Usually I'm doing a load of erming and r-ing. But I don't feel like I have, man. Like, that episode was jam-packed. Oh, we could talk about Chester handing himself in to the police. Another thing, I can't believe they didn't get a hold of Chester when he sawed Maggie's body in half, unless it's because of what Desiree said, like, oh, bury the bitch, she had it coming. Unless they didn't intervene for that reason, and unless they didn't rush Chester and keep him captive for that reason as well. They let him just run off after Marjorie. And then he killed Marjorie in his caravan. But he went to the police covered in blood. But I think that was his perspective, him being covered in blood. But the police officer's perspective, he was probably just bone dry. Because when they lifted the towel, or whatever the blanket was, off of Marjorie's body, we could see that it was a doll's head. But then it done like a quick flash of Marjorie's actual face looking at Chester with like a bloody face. And then as Chester was on his knees, it was like we saw like a pan view from above almost, and we could see that it was the doll, and it had all the hairs, like the white fur inside the doll was just ripped out. So it definitely was Chester's own like imagination. I reckon all the bad thoughts was he put all of his bad thoughts into the doll. You know how sometimes there's like a voice in your head telling you bad shit, telling you all the shit to worry about that isn't actually it's not actually true. There's just a really evil voice in your head. That's what Marjorie was to Chester, I feel. But yeah, I am going to leave it there. So thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, you can watch the full reaction over on my Patreon. You could also watch the full reaction to the previous 11 episodes. This was episode 12. So yeah, the previous 11 episodes of Freak Show are on my Patreon as well in full. You can also watch the full reactions to Season 1 Murder House, Season 2 Asylum, and Season 3 Coven. And if you're watching this episode on YouTube, this is episode 12. That would definitely mean that the finale, episode 13 of Freak Show, will also be on my Patreon in full. So if you want to get ahead of my YouTube schedule, you can do so on my Patreon, where I upload full reactions and early access to future episodes. But it's entirely up to you, there's no pressure. But if it's something you fancy, then yeah, give it a go. And maybe there'll be some writing up here. Maybe if the first few episodes of Hotel are on my Patreon as well, there'll be some writing up here to let you know. I know Hotel is highly anticipated from you guys for me to react to, and I'm nearly there. I know it's been fucking long. Most of you probably don't like me for the slow amount of uploads, but do you know what I mean? We're all human, and it is a lot harder than people think. It's not like, I don't know, they don't upload on themselves, do you know what I mean? They're not all edited by themselves, they're all edited by me and stuff, and then the whole copyright thing is just, it's just a whole headache. I'm gonna go, so thank you guys for watching again. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for future episodes on there in full and early access. So yeah, I'll see you for Freak Show finale, episode 13. Take it easy.